Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be unboxing together this Tonic Craft Kit, and this is craft kit number 27. And if you're new to my channel, or if you're new to watching a craft kit unboxing from Tonic Studios, I'll just give you some quick information about them. So basically what they are craft kits which are released each month. You can buy one-off kits, whatever you like. If you see a preview like you're going to do today, if you like number 27, you can just purchase a one-off kit, or you can subscribe and get monthly kits, and you will not be disappointed. So these kits are put together by the Tonic team, and included in these kits are, it's not just random items, they are carefully put together by colour, by theme, and there are some exclusive products, some limited edition products. There are some amazing die sets which are only available with the kit. They won't be available anywhere else to purchase. And the nice thing is, even if you're new to card making or just crafting in general, one of these kits, you'll get included the dies, the papers, you'll get some embellishments, because Tonic Studios branch out to the Nouveau product, so that's part of Tonic Studios, and they're like the pens, the like the drops, you know, the glossy drops, and also pastes and sprays. So there's a lot within the Tonic Studios range. There's also Craft Perfect, which is the paper and card range. So you get a combination of a bit of everything within these kits. So anyway, that is like some information about these kits if you're new to it. I'm just going to go ahead and get stuck in. So like I said, this is kit number 27, and I'm going to get everything out and put it next to me, and then we'll go through everything together. So there's always loads of things included. So I'm just going to move my box out of the way, and I'll show you what we get. So with this kit number 27, you're going to get a binder, and one of these binders you get probably once every 3 months, and basically you put your craft kit folder that contains your dies inside these folders. So every 3 months you get one of these binders. So I've got one with this kit. You also get one of these stickers with every monthly kit. This one says create something magical every day. So kit number 27, you can see by the images on the sticker, it's very I'm not going to say just fairy themed, but it is, the theme of it is like woodland. You can use your fairies, you know, you don't have to use your fairies, but I'll show you the dies and you'll see what's included and how you can use things. So create something magical every day, that's the sticker, and I always tend to stick my sticker on my folder, which I'm going to do right now. And this kind of tells me what's in here. Okay, I'll get into this towards the end. So this month I've got some Craft Perfect dimensional foams. So that's another thing that you can get with the Craft Perfect from Tonic Studios, are the foam pads, and these are the 25mm by 25mm square foam pads, and they're 2mm thick, so really nice size. This bag will contain my Nouveau products, so I'm gonna go ahead and get all this out. Woo! I get so excited with all these Tonic products, and this paper bag obviously you can reuse. So my Tonic Nouveau products for this kit, I've got these alcohol markers, and these are cookies and cream colours, so they would go perfect with the theme of this kit. So really nice, and you get, I'll show you, so it's a double-ended markers. I've got a lot of them, I love using them. So you get a bullet nib, and you also get the chisel. Just take this off. Oh, there's a sticker on there. Just take this little thing off. This one's called coconut shell, so this is the chisel nib, and then you also get the colour number on the top there. So I love using these, they blend perfectly, and you get a set of 3 in this kit. So if you're new to using Nuvo markers, try this and you'll fall in love with them. You're also going to get a Nuvo glitter marker, and I have shown you how these glitter markers work on a previous kit. I'll put the link below if you're interested in seeing how to activate these, but they are super glittery and you can use them as watercolor as well, so you can put it down on your glass mat, use a brush and take it to your paper. So really great. If you want more inspiration about this kit, I always put the Tonic Studios YouTube channel below as well, so you can go and see the preview with Tonic Studios designers. Like there's Owen and there's Alison, and they show everything. Alison does great projects as well that you can go and see and get some inspiration from as well. So these are new, and I think these are going to be a new thing with Tonic Studios, if I'm not mistaken. And they're washi tapes, and they're just great colours, and who doesn't love washi tape? You know, for whatever reason, you can create backgrounds, you can seal projects, you can even use them to seal envelopes. So these are the designs of the washi tapes that you get in this kit. So again, perfect for the theme. Then I have this glacier paste, and these scissors came in one of the kits as well. This is a beautiful green. It's called Green Envy, and this glacier paste basically you can rub over projects. It's got slight luster to it. It's not super glittery, but you can see it's just so gorgeous. I love using these pastes, even if it's just to rub over some edges. They just give you that beautiful extra luster. This here is a glitter drop. The name is Pink Champagne, and this is beautiful mini glitter drop. So like I said, if you're new and you want to try some of these products, a kit is the best way to go. So you can try out a glitter drop. And then here as well, I've got a dream drop. I love this, and this is such a beautiful colour. This is Fairy Wings, and it's just so apt for this kit. It's a beautiful iridescent pink. So these are my Nuvo products for this kit. I'll put these to a side, and then I'm going to go on to the papers and cards. So let's get into them. So I always put a list of whatever's included below, so you can find a list of all the names of the proper names of the cards and everything below, and you can just go and read and see what's available in this kit. So I'm going to list everything in the description box. So these are the colour tones you're going to get, and it's just so beautiful to look at. So beautiful. So this is my first piece. It's a glitter card, and I absolutely love Tonic Studios glitter card. I can't stress it enough. It's just so glittery, but it doesn't shed, so you can get the full look of amazing glitter without the shedding. It's amazing. Absolutely love it. So you get this pink glitter, you get this embossed diamond design, and this is single-sided, and it's just beautiful champagne colour. I'll put the proper names below for you all. This here is a double-sided Craft Perfect cardstock, and it's this beautiful shade of like a mauvey pink. And then this pale green, and this has a linen texture. It's coming up a bit more yellow on my screen, but it's like a very pale green. Then this is some satin card, and this is perfect for card base, even constructing boxes. So this is a beautiful colour. Then this is a proper woodland green colour, and it's the textured linen card. And then lastly, in the papers and cards, you get this amazing handmade paper. It's just beautiful, and it's almost like a copper kind of a colour. Really nice, and I love the texture. So these are my cards and papers, which I will put here so you can have a look while I show you my yummy dies. So these are the papers. So onto the dies. Woohoo! Oh my gosh, I saw the preview with Owen and Alison and Dan, and I fell in love with this kit. Okay, so this is your stamp set that you're gonna get, and you always get like proper full-size stamps with your kits. This says wishing you a magical day, and then you get all these little images, and you can't go wrong when you've got sentiments with your stamp sets. So this is your stamp set. Then onto the fabulous dies, and oh my gosh, this is a big die set. So I'm just going to show you on the back here. So you get the frames, and these are amazing size. So you've got quite a lot actually, 1 2 3 4 5 dies within this particular set alone. And then these have the verso dies which cut into the card, and these details will cut out. So amazing detail which will be created from these dies, and I can't wait to use them. So that's a huge die set, as you can see. And don't forget, these die sets are exclusive to the kits, so you can't buy them anywhere else. Then you get some, oh, these are so cute, these little fairies. So you get 2 fairies, a rose, and some of these leaves. And yeah, so the leaves have the matching stamps, so that's really nice. And then you also get this I think it's like some leaves, like a vine. So as I cut them out, obviously I'll show you, because I will be creating a project for you all. So these are the beautiful dies, the stamp set, the Nouveau products here, and also this folder. So let's get creating something with all this yummy goodies. So I've got all the dies out of my folder, and these dies are just screaming out like an easel card to me. I love making easel cards, and I think I'm going to make a really nice, almost like a tunnel easel card with these. So what I've already done is I've cut out my base. I'm just going to zoom in a bit more. So here's my card base, and the card base I've used this large plain circle for, and all I've done is I've put it on some white cardstock, and I've just left a tiny spine on the top, and I've scored it here to create my easel element. So really easy to do, and that will create the base of my easel card. The next die I've taken again is the same one, and I've cut out the insert for this card. So I wanted it in this green color. So this is the only card I haven't used from the kit, is my white card. Other than that, everything else is from the kit. So this green card is going to create the insert for my card. So because I've created a tiny little spine on the top, I do need to snip a tiny amount off the top of this circle, just to give me that flush closure there. So I'm going to get that stuck on, and for this I'll be using some craft tacky glue from Tonic Studios, and I've just got it here, and I need to unclog it actually. But yeah, the craft tacky glue is really good to use. It dries clear, and it's fast drying. So let's get into this glue. So that is gonna go in the inside like this, and then that's the inside section done. And for the top, I've cut out in the with the same die, I've cut out this yellow, like a very pale greeny yellow kind of a color card from the kit, and this is going to create the base. But before I stick this down, I've cut out some amount of the elements that I want to show you. So I'm just going to zoom out a bit and show you. So the next layer on this is going to be this layer here, and this is the beautiful outer die, this one here, with this inner die here. So I've created this look using these 2 dies, and basically it's left me with this really nice design. And I've already cut out my foam pads that came in the kit. I've just cut them down in half because they're squares, and that's going to create this layer here. So I know this is going to be my base, and I want to add my sentiment on here before I do any of the sticking, otherwise it's going to be really hard to stick a sentiment on. So I kind of know this is going to be round about there, so my sentiment needs to be quite central here. And I've taken one of the sentiments from the stamp sheets that's in the actual kit, and this one says wishing you a magical day. So I'm just going to put it on my block, and I'm just going to stamp it with a Nuvo hybrid ink pad, and this is Black Shadow, so you can use whatever ink you have. And I'm gonna kind of go back with this to kind of figure out where I want it. I want it about central, but a bit to the side here, and that'll be my sentiment done. So wishing you a magical day, and then that is that bit done. So now I can start creating my layers, because the stamping, the main stamping bit is done. So for this, I'm gonna cover that first circle just up to here, because I don't forget, I don't want to stick on the back of my easel. So I'm just going to use some double-sided tape for this, and only stick to the score line. And this is just such an easy card actually. The dies are so stunning. I absolutely love all the elements in the set, and I think if you're into your woodland scenes and fairies, this is definitely a die set that you don't want to miss out on. So I'm gonna kind of centralize it as best as I can. Stick down, and then this is done here. Now I'm going to create all my layers. So like I said, I've already got my foam pads cut in half, because they're square big foam pads that you get in, which is really handy. And I'm just going to take my tweezers and remove the backing off these foam pads. So I want to create a bit of dimension, some drama to this card, and why not? They're really pretty dies. And I'm also going to include one of my cute fairies that's in the kit. And this kit will be shipping out 1st of November. So kit 27 will be shipping out around about 1st of November. Okay. So what I want here is cover that area and have that quite so that's my first layer, and there's a bit of a shadow behind here because I've used foam pads. Then I've got this layer here, and to create this, all I've done is I've taken 2 of the plain circles from the die set, just grab this one, and I've basically made a little frame, like a shadow frame, and that's going to go on here. And then on top of that, I've got another little layer that I've cut out. This time I've used the same 2 dies, and I've included the verso die in the middle to cut me this out. So before I stick actually I'm going to stick this down first, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do to this white piece here. So this is using the same white card that I've used on the card base, and I want to use my markers that come in the kit. So I'll be using the markers just to colour that in slightly to create my desired tones of browns. So all I'm doing is I'm just removing my foam pads. Again, I've cut these down because they're like big squares I've got in the kit, so you can cut them down to whatever size you desire for your project. So they are really handy foam pads to have. And I'm sure on Tonic Studios website there is a ton more sizes of foam pads and different depths that you can get, so definitely check it out. I'll put all the link below like I always do for you. So this is going to sit here, so there's a bit more shadow. And then with this piece here, like I said, I want to use my markers, so I'm going to go with the 2 darker shades, the medium and the dark shade, and all I'm going to do is use the chisel end, and I'm just gonna colour in, nothing too neat, just colour in the edges, so lighter on the outside and darker on the inside of this design. So that's gonna create like an ombre effect with these markers. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with, so this one was the 478 and the colour is brown sugar, and then I'm going to go in with coconut shell, and here's the number 464, and this time I'm going to, obviously it's a darker colour, so I'm going to do the inside of that circle, and that's going to create, like I said, like an ombre effect, like this. And you can creep out slightly just to create your desired look. And I'm going to go back in with the lighter one that I've just used to fill in the white spaces that I've got left that I can see. So again, these blend out beautifully because they are alcohol markers. And then I'm just going to finish off this last bit here. So I don't want any white bits showing here. So that is that. So that looks really nice, like a woody effect, and that will sit on top of here. So I'm going to stick this on with some wet glue, and I mean, if you're really careful, you could probably snip tiny slithers of foam pad to stick this on, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use some wet glue because I've already got dimensions on the other two layers. And this is gonna sit on here. So the layer behind it, you can see is, it's almost like a shimmering paper. You can see the details there. And then I have these pieces here, these vines, and now these vines are just so amazing to look at. They're so fine and delicate, and this is what I've used. This is the dye, and I want to create some extra layers, so I'm going to be sticking those on. So I'm going to just kind of bend them to give me a bit more dimension, and I'm going to use the biggest leaf and put a bit of hot glue behind here, and probably add the first one just here. Then I'm going to take the second one, do the same thing, just give it a little tease just for some extra dimension. I'm going to add that one just there. So you can see it's creating a lot of dimension, a lot of drama, and it looks very interesting. And then one more, probably just took that here. That looks amazing already. You can see how fab those vines look. The next thing I've done is I've cut out my little fairy in some scrap piece of black card, and I'm going to be using my glitter marker. So this is Sweet Apricot, and all I'm going to do is, you can see it leaves a beautiful embossed detail. I'm just going to catch the edges with my marker to create a tiny bit of glittery yumminess on it, like that. And then just to highlight the embossed details, I'm just going to rub a bit off with my fingers, so it still leaves this beautiful iridescent glitter on the wings. I'm going to give that a tiny bit of a shape just by bending it back, and I want to place her probably just here. So I think I want a tiny slither of foam pad. So I'm going to get my sticky scissors and create the tiniest of slithers, and then cut it down a bit more and put this on her body. So I think I'll have probably just there, and cut a tiny bit excess off. I think I've gone a bit too long there. And then I'll have a tiny bit on her body here. So let's get rid of the backing and put this on her body. And then I'm going to take my tweezers and take the backing off these tiny little backs like that. And as I'm making this card, it's absolutely throwing it down outside. So I'm going to put a tiny bit of wet glue just because I don't want that to dry and fall off. Okay, and this, I can see a tiny bit just poking through. I want to get rid of that because that's quite annoying. See a tiny bit of that excess foam that I don't want there. And then this little fairy is almost going to be like just tiptoeing on here. So let's get that stuck on. Doesn't that look amazing? And then I've also keep saying and then I also couldn't help but cut these tiny little flowers out and lay them up. So these flowers, I've used some of that pink beautiful card from the kit, and they are basically this cute little flower, this flower here. So I've cut 2 for each flower and I've just laid them up. And to get the shape on the top, I've taken my flower shaping tool, this one here, I can't remember the size, but I think it's the smallest, and these are just Tonic tools, and I've just shaped it and created a layer. So it's a double layered flower, and I'm gonna put them randomly around the little scene that I've created. So I'll probably have one here. I want 5 on the top, and I want 1 for the inside for my stopper because it is an easel, so I'm going to need some sort of a stopper. Put 1 here, and I'm using hot glue to stick these down. You can use whatever glue you like. I think I'll have 1 just on the top there. It's hiding behind. I'll have probably 1 here. So you know, when you cut these elements out, you can play and you can just create the most amazing scenes. I think this has to be so far one of my favorite kits that Tonic have done. I think I'll have another one just underneath that frame. So just going to tuck it behind here like that. And I'm not quite done yet, so I'm going to come back to the front in a sec, but I want to create my stopper for my easel. So here is where the stopper is going to be, and for that I've cut out, with that same yellow card, I've cut out 2 of my leaves, and they are again a die which comes in your kit 27. And I've also got my stamp, which is a coordinating stamp to give me the veins of the leaves. And for this I'll be using this Nouveau hybrid ink, and this is soft suede, and if I'm not mistaken I think this came in a previous kit. So all I'm going to do is just stamp the vein onto my leaf. So you just marry it up, stamp it down, and that's my leaf done. And I'm going to do that again on this one. So ink it up and then stamp it on. Really easy. You can use whatever colour ink you like, but I just thought it looked nice with the browns I've already got going on. And that's just going to go on there like that. So those are my leaves. And then, like I said, that's going to create my stopper. So for my stopper, what I want are these 2 just like that, and my flower, sorry, just my flower here. So definitely I want these on foam, and they need to be kind of like raised to hold the top of the easel. So let's cut some more of this foam squares up, and this time I'm going to double it on itself. So And these are already quite thick foam pads, but I still want that extra height, so I'm going to go ahead and double it up. Okay, so let's have one here, and then let's have the second one next to it. And that's gonna create my stopper. So easy peasy, like this. And then my little flower is going to sit in the middle, and for this I'll just use some hot glue. And I'm going to come back to that, so this will then create my stopper for this beautiful card. I absolutely love this card. Okay, and then the last thing I want to do is use my amazing Fairy Wings Dream Drop, and this obviously comes in your kit like I've shown you before, and I'm just going to add a few centers to my cute little flowers. I'm going to go ahead and add these little centers to all my flowers, all 5 of them. And I actually want to add a few extra ones as well, so let's see how it looks, and I can add them as I go along. Okay, and then maybe just a few more, just like little flowers that are just about to come out. So put one here, put one up here, maybe just one here, and then not forgetting my little flower that's on the inside. So let's just give that a bit more of a shape. And I would have obviously waited until it all dried, but I just want to show you how it looks. So I'm just going to be a bit careful and put that last one on. So that is my amazingly gorgeous card for today using kit number 27. So wishing you a magical day with all these amazing layers using products from kit 27. The only thing I didn't have in the kit was the ink to ink up wishing you a magical day, a tiny bit of black scrap card, and the white card base. So absolutely stunning card. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Hope I've inspired you to create something with your kit. And please check out all the links below, where I'll be putting the links for where you can find Tonic Studios on Facebook, on YouTube, and also the link to where you can find this kit. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for spending your time with me here today, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.